far today, by the way, great orchestra over lunchtime as well. That was great to see. So thank you very much indeed to everybody involved in that. Big shout out to all of you. So we've had music. We've had sport, we talked about business, and now it's time to talk about the arts. And it's a great pleasure to welcome another co-presenter for the day, who's somebody, if you saw my Reach Insights series earlier on in the year, you'll have seen that, well, we know each other already. It's Melissa Johns. Hello, how are you?
Hello, very well, thank you.
Great to see you in the flesh, so to speak.
Yes, I know. It was a bit of a strange time doing everything through the screen, wasn't it?
But, it was,
It's lovely to be here.
And how did you cope with all that sort of thing? Because obviously you've been busy filming with acting and so on. What was it like during the whole 18-month period? Because initially it was shut down, then started to happen a little bit last summer. What was that like for you?
Well, we all went into panic mode straight away. Obviously, the minute that the theatres were all closed, that was terrifying. I was literally about to open my show at Live Theatre in Newcastle the week that theatres were closed down. We were doing a tech rehearsal and the artistic director came in and said, "I'm so sorry, the show isn't going to happen. We have to close at 7 o'clock tonight and we don't know when we're going to reopen." And it was just this, it was such a strange feeling to not have any clarity on when our world would be opening up again. I was very, very fortunate in terms of TV because my TV work continued. The latter end of last year was filming for Grantchester Series 6.
I was wondering when you filmed that.
Yes, so that was full COVID. That was, we couldn't really have lunch together. Of course, there was no getting within 2 meters of each other. We had to wear masks right up until action was called. So it was just a really strange time because my industry is so much about connection and being close to people. And so having those barriers put in the way it was a really strange time, but I was incredibly grateful because I was working. So we filmed Grantchester 6 from November last year until March this year. In February, I was fortunate enough to do Celebrity MasterChef. And then in July, we went straight into Grantchester Series 7, which we've just finished filming for, which will be out next year.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So you will be staying on our screens for quite some time to come.
A little bit longer, yes.
And what about once you finish here today, what's on the table for you at the moment?
So I've just got a new job, but it hasn't been announced yet. But I will start that in December. I'm really excited about this one because it's theatre, and it's a fairly long one. So yeah, I can't wait for that. As soon as it gets announced, Reach will be the first to know. And my one-woman show, Snatched, we had the preview, the industry preview of Snatched about 5 weeks ago at the Lowry in Manchester. And we're now programming the UK tour of that. So Snatched is a one-woman show. It's autobiographical and it looks at my life growing up with a body very different to everyone else around me and some of the situations that led to.
And it's amazing you doing all of that because you still manage time to be a Reach ambassador. And obviously, yes, Snatched very closely related in terms of, you know, talking about what you're passionate about. Tell us a little bit about your role as a Reach ambassador, what that actually entails, but also about your feeling about the arts, particularly about getting people with limb differences in the arts. And do you feel like you're a bit of a shining light that you're out there saying, come on, it's okay, we can all do this?
Well, I don't know how much light I shine, but I think it will always be so important for the arts to be part of the lives of people with disabilities. And I run a company called Triple C, and a lot of the work we do is going into SEN schools. And we say all the time, if you take drama away from any child, that can be really damaging. But if you take it away from a child with a disability, what that does is it absolutely puts a stop to not only their creativity, but their self-advocacy, their confidence, their self-esteem. And it might be that young people don't want to go on and have a career in the arts, but the arts is it's full of transferable skills. So we need to make sure that our next generation can access the arts as much as they possibly can, not because we necessarily need them to go on and fill those roles. If they want to, then brilliant. But if not, we have a next generation that are able to advocate for themselves and do so with absolute confidence. And that's why Reach is so important.
And it's great, I know, for everyone watching that they have you as not only their ambassador, but also as a great role model amongst all the other great role models we've had today, representing all sides of work and play and everything else. I'm going to leave you to the next section where you're talking all about the arts.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.